My name's Rick Astley, and today we're here in the studio with Specsavers to talk about issues to do with people having hearing loss.
So as a musician, how important is your hearing to you?
I think it becomes really emotional when you can't hear, because obviously music has been a huge thing in my life. If you can't hear, it's one whole section of your life that's missing.
So when did you start to notice that you had a hearing loss?
I've been around music and probably music that's been too loud for too long, and I've always suspected that it's a bit of a problem. I definitely know that as I've got older, my hearing has started to get worse, I think. If you're in a restaurant, cafe, or where you want to be able to hear conversation, and you're struggling to do so. And I think I've been noticing that over the last few years.
Is there anything that you think you lost in your hearing specifically?
The brightness has gone out of certain things, I think. If you're in the kitchen and someone's putting the knives and forks and spoons away, I can't hear anything. I think what we do is we tend to substitute that by turning something up, either the TV or music or whatever. I know that when I'm at home in the studio, I probably make music a bit too loud, really, because I have lost some of my hearing. I know that because I did the test.
How did you find that whole process?
The test is really simple. You have different noises in effect in your left and then in your right, and you have to say when you can hear them, when you can't. You would think it would be more of a medical procedure and a whole, I'm going to have to go to a specialist part of a clinic to do that. So the idea of being able to just walk in off the high street and do it, it's pretty amazing, I think.
What would you say to someone who has a hearing loss?
I would say, get your ears checked. You take hearing for granted until all of a sudden you can't. I've got various friends who use hearing aids and their life is all the better for it. In fact, they probably couldn't function in the same way. I think there's a stigma about having hearing aids. It sort of touches on age for people. I think people are worried that they're going to be these big clunky things, and it couldn't be farther from the truth. You walk out of the room, I think, a little bit relieved, because at least you know, yes, I've got some hearing loss and this is how to deal with it. It's a new world to me, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to actually experiencing, to be able to hear in any environment the way that I used to.